And welcome back to another episode of Reactioncast, where you can catch us first on Anchor and any other podcasting platform, or you can be watching us on YouTube. Alright, let's talk about episode 12 of Love, Death, and Robots, Fish Night. So, I'm going to start off by saying this is surprisingly the animation once again changed, but for me it surprised me because it's kind of this shell shading. You kind of see it in like games like Borderlands, and it surprised me a little bit, but it really worked for what they were trying to do for this tale. So it's these two salesmen. They're stuck out in the middle of the road, out in the desert somewhere, probably around Arizona or Nevada, and their radiator breaks down on their Plymouth, and they're stuck. They're basically stuck. Hours go by, and night falls, and we get this interesting talk with the older salesman, stating that the area they're in used to be all like underwater, and what it would have been like to live back then, or like something about ghosts and things like that. It was like it's interesting to think about that, because when talking about ghosts. When talking about ghosts, you usually think of human ghosts, people, but people don't really talk about creatures' ghosts. Do creatures hunt other creatures? It's interesting to think about that. So as time progresses, or time passes on a little bit towards the night, they wake up to this really fantastic, the show of ghost fish and other sea creatures out in the world in these very beautiful neon colors, and it's amazing. It's one of those things that you'd think you'd be looking at if you were extremely under the influence, and it's beautiful. What sucks is the younger salesman decides to be a part of this, and he starts to swim, and he is absorbed into this world, and he gets murdered by a creature, because this is ancient times. There were predators back then, and he somehow entered this world, and he dies. What's a little bit disheartening is kind of how it ends. It just ends with this beautiful moonlight, the blood silhouetted in a sense, and it pans out with our older gentleman just there looking into the sky. And I it's not a bad scene. It feels empty a little bit, but I think that's what it's supposed to be. Overall, it was honestly just a beautiful episode, plus the murder. But oh god, it was cool. I liked it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that one at that. So I'm gonna get ready to watch the next episode. So until next time. See ya.